This is you, chat. You are a loser. Why? Because even people with millions of followers are rattled like Moist Critical. You understand? You're rattled like Moist. That means even at 1 million followers, you're going to be L, rattled and not confident. That's not good. Best thing you can do in life is mirror someone, dude. Mirror someone you want to be like. Okay, do that apprentice master thing. That's good. Do it even if you don't meet the person. You want to be like that guy, you do what he's doing. Sometimes not what he's saying, because he might be selling you something. Sometimes I think it's okay to be scammed if you're being scammed by someone you want to be like, because you spend more time in their energy, you know? So it's like the worst thing in the world is getting scammed by someone you hate. But getting scammed by someone you want to be like is not the worst thing in the world, because their thinking is still around you. And that thinking is important. And you got to know when the guy you want to be like is a loser, right? Like, for example, if you have a hero and now he's a degenerate fucking crackhead, he's not your hero anymore. You need to let go of it. You need to know when it's like, hey, I got to watch someone new. You understand? Like, delete that. Like, some people will make someone a hero and they'll be like their icon for life. Okay, let's say it's Mike Tyson and I'm a boxer. Should he be my icon right now that he does shrooms and licks frogs and gets high off licking frog poison? No, I know when to cut it off. Like, I know exactly when to cut off the hero energy. I know when to stop watching and stop taking it serious. But some people idolize. They're like, wow, everything Mike Tyson says has to be true. It's not good. If you're ever bored, life is coming to rape you. If you ever catch yourself being bored, bad shit is coming to you, dude. That's really bad. It's coming to brutalize you. If you ever, as a man, are like, I'm bored. I'm just bored. I'm bored. I'm just going to scroll through the algorithm. I'm bored. I'm just going to watch some Animal Planet because I'm bored. No, dude. If you watch Animal Planet, you got to ask yourself, this is what you do. You watch it and you go, why do cows eat all day, but a jaguar eats once a day and is in better shape? Why? Maybe I want to start fasting like a jaguar. Maybe I want to eat more meat, red meat like a jaguar. But if you're just watching, hey, nice teeth. The scariest thing you could have is a passive brain, because to be passive means to be a woman. The difference from lunar and solar is male and female. That's why it's called the sun. The sun is active and it laps the moon in eclipse. It's active. You want to be active. You don't want to be passive. Bad things happen when you're passive. You understand? You should really see your career. Let's say career or dreams. Dreams is a better word for 2023. Check this out. Here's your dreams, okay? Dreams. Your dreams are not like this, oh, wow, this is like cozy. This is so beautiful. No. Your dreams are here, and they're actually being raped and murdered by the world. Here's the world, okay? Here's the people, okay? And they've got a bunch of spears, right? They've got a bunch of spears, these people. They're holding spears, okay? And you don't go to your dreams, you go to war for them. Meaning, as soon as you make your first $100,000, what really happened here? You killed one of these guys, obstructing your dreams. Boom! You killed them. That's you punching the universe back. The material world is the devil. You're punching the devil at this point. Boom! 100,000, the devil's shook. And the devil's like, oh, he's building momentum. I'm just going to pick on Dunkel. Leave this guy alone. This guy's hitting hard. And the coolest part is, the devil hates momentum, dude. Like, he waits for you at your worst moment. He doesn't like you going forward. He's so pathetic. He can only fuck your wife behind your back. He can only do stuff behind your back. He'll never challenge you. So you made your first 100,000. You're getting closer to your dream. Boom. Now you have podcast. Let's say you want to start a podcast. You have podcast friends who have a good following, a good mindset. You want to build with them. You team up with them. Boom. You kill another one of them. Now you've hit the world twice. You've hit the universe twice. And you keep going, right? And what's sad is the dreams keep going further away from you. And they get larger, but they keep evolving. And you have no idea that this is God dangling your dreams in front of you and evolving them and making them bigger for you, just so you keep evolving. Because God knows when you stand still and stop evolving, the devil's going to rape you. And God knows if you stagnate, that's when they smell blood in the water. So that's why God evolves your dreams and makes them bigger. The closer you get, the different they look. Eventually, you might be in a completely different spot where the dream makes no sense. It's a different dream completely. You're a different person. And you look in your past and you go, holy shit. But if you ever look in your past and you go, whoa, I evolved to someone I don't like, that's terrifying. Who do you respect the most? And why? That'll tell you who you are. When you have a hard question, who do you immediately comes to your mind? Is like Kevin Samuels? Is it this guy? Is it that guy? Who is it? I say can't stand this a lot because I see myself in a suit and tie telling women to shut the fuck up. I can easily see my business like that. What would Kev do? The problem is a lot of people see their dreams as like friendly. No, dude, you're at war. Your career is a war zone. There's a lot of people trying to push you. You know, even if your competition stopped trying to beat you, you'd still lose to your own mind. A man who conquers the world is respected by everyone except the dude who has conquered his own mind. We battle with ourselves. That's the truth. Every problem you've ever had is self-inflicted. Why? Because the problem might come from the external. Let's say it's a grain of sand, but it turns into a whole fucking beach when it goes through your mind. Your mind makes it so much worse. So I know you can handle a grain of sand, but you cannot handle a beach. So stop letting it become a beach. Why are you letting it become the fucking ocean, sea floor? You're letting it because your mind is weak. That's the truth. You're a weak-minded pussy bitch. You don't understand that the supercharger to your problems are your feelings. The problem ain't big. Becoming successful is not the hard part. It's staying sane doing it. So everyone falls off. It's like a weak-minded, soft soy boy bitch. You understand? I remember live when I said to this chat, guys, I'm broke. My first goal is money, so I never have to worry about this shit. I farmed the shit out of my chat. Got a bunch of money, can live anywhere, can go Colombia, I can go anywhere and live, and I just gotta keep working and I can sustain it. It's not like I'm a millionaire, but obviously I'm gonna keep working. So now I solved the money equation, right? Very easy for me, okay? Very easy, it was just grind. But what happened there is you grind long enough and your creativity goes down, right? Now look at your competition. They're beating you, not because they're grinding more than you. They're staying playful with their grind. If it's a chore, your competition is destroying you. It's like the fighter smiling at you, punching you, and enjoying the fight, and you're just trying to go through him. Well, it's not working if he's better than you. You need a different angle. You need to be playful with this. You need your brain to be, is it called neuroplastic? What's that term? So how do you control your mind? Easily. Step one, follow God. You don't see weak-minded conservatives, real conservatives. Following God is like defeating greed, lust, gluttony. It's so fucking easy, bro. There's never, all these red pill shit is so cringe. Since the dawn of time, they're like, hey, don't be a degenerate and you're going to be a winner. It's never been fucking easier. Even if you're a winner like Tory Lanez, you go in prison being a degenerate. When you follow God, good shit happens, man. It's not rocket science. You're not battling with liberalism. You're battling with greed, lust, envy. This stuff has already been written about in a million different variations. You just call it liberalism, but you have no idea that liberalism is just talking about the deadly sins, right? It's like you're maximizing the deadly sins as long as it doesn't harm your neighbor, and as long as it just harms you. You're at war with the devil. And here's the crazy thing is, you love him. When the devil harms you, your mind and body, you love him, right? And he's kind of upfront sometimes too about it, where he's like, hey, that alcohol is bad for you. And you still do it. You're appeasing the devil. The devil puts this emotion in you. Hey, you're lonely, so you fucking ugly bitch. And then she tells all her friends that no hot girl will ever fuck you again. And the devil's laughing. He goes, that was the best contract you ever took. I told you you should take another contract like that. And God's looking at you like, dude, you know that gut feeling, you know you weren't supposed to fuck that ugly bitch. Why did you do that? And you're just sitting there and, well, because the devil made me feel lonely. Were you lonely? No, I wasn't. I just watched devil media. I turned the TV on and everyone had a great life, and then I felt lonely. I was watching MTV and I felt lonely. And God's like, but were you lonely, my child? And he's like, no, I wasn't lonely. That idea was incepted by the TV. So why did you do that if you weren't lonely? Well, I'm 21 years old. I wasn't lonely, but the TV made me think maybe I am, maybe I am. Will you go off maybes? What are you, a fucking hooker? You're going through your life with maybes, no certainty? The truth is the language of God. You don't want to be certain? You look at, how can I get good advice from the internet? What self-help book do I, self-help book? What do you need help from? I'll tell you what you need help from, bitch. Lust, greed, envy. This has already been talked about. Pride, wrath. Find out which ones you're overdosing on. And nowadays, everyone has like all of them maxed out a bit. So they're confused. They're like, well, they're all maxed out, John. What does that tell you about the world, dude? John, they're all maxed out. Change your whole fucking system for 2023. Your last systems are fucking failure systems. You cannot serve two masters. Remember, even Plato said, right? All goodness leads upwards to something. Infinite goodness is God. That's why you have such a strong justice system in your brain where you go, that guy is being treated unfairly. He shouldn't be in prison. He's innocent. You have that in your gut because there's goodness in you. But the more you divide, the more you go, I think a lot of these ancients would talk about going down the ladder. You know if you're going down the ladder, by the way. You're either descending or ascending. You're never stuck. I don't care what you say. You're never stuck. If you're going down goodness and going down to the lust that I'm just going to do what I want to do because my PP told me. Here's your PP. Make it realistic for chat. You read all of these sages' ancient texts, right? And they all talk, whether good, evil, whatever, they all talk about the same thing. Thought, meditation, prayer affect the real world. But that's pseudoscience to most people. Is it pseudoscience to you? And who taught you to think it's pseudoscience? Who convinced your ass? Hope is a waking dream. There's light at the end of the tunnel. That's 2023 for you guys. If you see it in your mind, you will hold it in your hand. But the problem is, how the fuck can you see it in your mind when you're thinking of tits and ass and watching porn? How are you seeing any of your dreams that distracted with your blood flow, your life force energy going downwards? How are you seeing anything? You must be so fogged, right? War isn't the scary part. The fog of war is. You see exactly the army you're facing. You've got a game plan. But through the fog, you're terrified. You're like, there could be trillions of them. Has it ever been trillions? Has anything you've ever faced really been that bad? Or has the coping part made you so weak that it's like a medium-sized dragon, you're so afraid of it that you can't throw your spear? But you know if you were not overthinking, that dragon would be slain in one shot. Ask yourself every moment throughout the day, why am I thinking this? Who instilled this thought? Where does this thought come from? Why is it important to me? Why does it tell me about who I am? Every time you have an argument with a family member, you go, ask yourself, was it that important I win that argument? Why? Oh, it's important because I feel inferior. I'm the retard of the family, so that's why I fight the hardest to get my idea out there. I want them to, respect me. Well, why do you want to be respected? You take down the onion layers and you find out you're this insecure little bitch. And really, it takes you to such a good place where all the arguments you have, you stop doing them and go live and, get subscriptions arguing. You don't do it with your fam. The game isn't rigged so you lose. The game is rigged so you freeze and then you lose. But in life, you have two options. You either go forward or you go fast forward, motherfucker. There is no in between. There's definitely no backwards. You hang out with your high school buddies. That's no option. There's two options. And it really, if you have to choose loneliness or your high school buddies, hey, I chose loneliness. Wasn't that bad? You have to choose loneliness. If I did it, you have to. What the fuck you watch me all day for? Hell no. And what you're going to notice is those winners do go fast forward. Like they get knocked down. They go right on fucking attack number 2 for their dreams. And your dreams are being held hostage and raped by someone who doesn't even believe in them, but wants to bastardize them and make them their own to profit off your dreams. Your dreams are like a damsel, and you're Super Mario. You're not even mad. You get mad at people, but not the devil. People are the fucking puppets of the devil. The fuck are you going to be mad at a COVID mask wearing puppet? If I puppeteered someone to slap you, you'd be mad at the ventriloquist puppet master. But the devil ain't real to you. You say you're based, but it's not real. You don't live in a world where the devil is real. And isn't that the exact world the devil wants? You're fighting a ghost, dude. For me, the devil's not invisible. No, sir. Not even one bit. I've seen him. I see him every day of my life, actually. I think I see the devil more than God. And he's always staying there and going, you sure you don't want to be like when you were younger, John? You sure you don't want to regress? You sure you don't want to cry today, John? No, I don't want to cry, bro. Matter of fact, I want to kill you. And every day I kill the devil and he retreats. But there's so many of them, right? They'll never send the leader. They just send their minions, right? The legions. It'll never be Lucifer at your doorstep. It'll be the legions. And I keep fucking stabbing them. And then God gives me a buff where I feel stronger. Ugh! And now I'm complaining that there's another puppet to attack. But I just got a buff from God. Every devil you beat, you get a buff. That's more steps forward in this game, right? A lot of booby traps on the way. But that's what teams are for. You have to have a good team for booby traps, right? Family unit, whatever. You suffer from porn, chat. That's lust. You know how I know? I have Chad friends who suffer. And they show me who's in their DMs, and it's some ugly bitches. I'm like, oof. You know what I mean? No more porn 2023, guys. Your feed better look clean. No girls shaking their asses. Matter of fact, all my life, those rap music videos, I would look away. I would never get hard at a party when they played it. Just staring. Fuck do I need to be hard for at this party? He's droning. It's like every man just droning, staring. Hey, bro, she's twerking. The whore is twerking? Oh, I didn't notice. Oh, you like this? This is what you like? Well, no, John is just like, she's like water, John. Just make it clap. No, you want the whore. Well, the devil has a sense of humor because that bitch's makeup will slip off one day. But you won't be laughing, that's for sure. Someone else is going to be laughing at you. You understand? There's no middle ground. With Arab, the streamer, there was like a middle ground where he's like, my feed is all ass, John. You know what happens when you're first successful and your feed is all ass? You stop working, say you have money, and start smashing all the ass. And then you try and get back to work, and it's not the same. You're just not as motivated. Oh, no. Because you take a detour in being a degen, and it turns to a fucking lifestyle within a week. There's nothing worse than fence sitting. Fence sitting means someone's dragging your ass down. Like, you're just waiting for it to happen. There's more demons over the wall than on our side, so they're going to grab you.
Scar donated $20. I love this hot Joni boy.
John doesn't understand average guys' options. No, I've told you what your options are. You have to get fucking married, period. You can't do that whole ambiguous shit. You understand me? Also, you ain't gonna appreciate your girl if you have like a feed filled with hoes. So she's gonna get really ugly to you. That's like your home. Your home is gonna be ugly. You don't want that. Clean up the feed. Matter of fact, I think cleaning up the feed is better than actually going to the website, because that feed is taking you to the website, you fucking retard. Like, everyone's on Instagram 10 minutes and then they switch tabs. Why don't you cut out the middle, man? All right? And see how that plays for you. I remember when I first said, I don't want an Instagram. Fuck it, they banned me. I got fucking rich for myself, for where I was from. It was great. Fucking flirting on Instagram like a fucking, what are you, a woman? The devil has been beating you your whole life. And you got cozy. You got cozy at the devil spitting on the temple of God. You're one of the temples, dude. You're a child of God. Pooh! He spits on you and you're just like, my life ain't whatever, man. Just leave me with my TV, John. I'm just chilling. Man. It ain't that bad. The devil, pooh, spitting on you for 25 years of your life. Whatever, bro. I'll just play Mario Kart, John. Maybe I'll pop off playing Mario Kart. And then what? There's fulfillment? Where's the fulfillment? And ask yourself, what are you being filled with, if not God? What the fuck is the fulfilling part? See, when you're working on your dreams, God's spirit, God's spirit flows through you. It's euphoric. It's magnetic. People want to be around you. It's crazy. If you don't, as a boy, see you and your dreams as a battlefield, you're fucked. It's not a game. I know some Anglo-white guys make it like it's a puzzle. It's solving the puzzle of getting out of the matrix. It's war. That's why you've been suffering. You've been suffering more than people who got their legs blown off. Okay? You're suffering more than a dude who got shot with a bullet. You've been suffering 25 years. This is war. This is psychological war. And to say the devil's winning, when even if you don't have God's message, it's in your DNA. You know when you're a degen. You know when you're a greedy fuck. You know when you're wrathful. You know it. It's in your fucking DNA. That's why you feel bad. Even the biggest fucking retard knows. So that you're losing and you've got fucking God's message in your DNA. How the fuck are you losing? You're losing because nothing feels better than losing. Losing is the best feeling ever. Humans are addicted to losing. You love to lose. You're a losing machine.
Ready care package inbound.
Yeesh.
I need a dollar, 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 that's what I need. Hey, hey. When I need a dollar, 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 that's what I need. Hey, hey. Say I need a dollar, 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 that's what I need. And if I share with you my story, would you share your dollar with me?
Jon Zherka is the best streamer in Twitch.tv.
Who?
Jon Zherka.
Oh, Jon
Easily.
Zherka from the. I know who he is. The viral. He's going viral. I
Listen,
got
users,
viral.
listen.
You went out.
Go watch Jon Zherka instead.
Jesus Christ, this guy, man.
Enemy UAV spotted.
Brad Chat donated $50. W advice. Follow God.
You see, let me tell you something, okay? There's no rehab for losers. So what are you going to do with your addiction to losing, really? What made you take the clot shot? Answer, man. Probably because I put fucking 4 grams. That's 4,000 milligrams of gear in my system with a bunch of recreational drugs and fucking overdosed 3 times and fucking killed myself. Okay? You should be more worried about that shit of my past. Okay? There's a lot of stuff I've taken. And it was to travel, you're right. I need to get out. I need to see some fam. I need to do some things. Okay? Now check this out. Okay? I hope you make it. It's fine. Dude, I walk with God. I'm invincible. You guys going to be listening to this till I'm fucking 39 years old and then I'll tap out. That's all I need. No, I'm kidding. I'll be here a while. Now check this out, okay? Scientists are going to hate what I'm going to say, but I'm just going to say it. If you're courageous, you can't die. It's impossible. The greatest warriors, they never died when they were courageous. They died when they doubted themselves for a second. That's when the arrow hits their heart. They died when they doubted God for a second. I'm too obsessive to doubt. You understand? Holy fuck, seething anti-vaxxers in chat. First of all, they're not called anti-vaxxers. They're called right. They're in the right. Okay? The mainstream media said, my bad. You're the fucking retard. Mainstream media went live and they said, my bad, guys. How the fuck are you still calling them anti-vaxxers in 2023? Fucking mainstream media said, I'm sorry. Remember they went on a sorry parade. You're still calling them anti-vaxxers. You're deep in it, man. That's hilarious. Like, you are in a cult, man. Anyways, let's focus on the right things here, okay? Losing is a combo. You don't lose once, okay? A true loser loses in a combo. Remember that. Meaning, you will accept defeat when enough defeats accumulate. But how can you accept defeat when your different plans of attacks work? That's called winning. That's called winning, dude. Between you and your dreams here's the problem why most people don't get started on their dreams, okay? And this is going to make a lot of sense. Between you and your dreams, we'll put some landmines, okay? There's 1 million landmines, okay? Most people don't get started because they go, oh man, Jon Zherka, I like you all, but I just can't get started. I battle with sloth and I'm very lazy. And look at all the landmines, John. I can't go over that to my dreams. And then there's some guards there. But that's not how it works, because when you go forward in life, you'll realize that those landmines, as soon as you hit some of your goals towards your dreams, It's not one landmine deleted at a time. It's like one at a time, two at a time, and then boom, you're halfway to your dream. Half of them just get eviscerated. That's momentum. A lot of them it's like they're living and they go, oh, get out of his way. Now, if it was one at a time, I'd feel defeated. I'd be like, holy shit, that's a journey. But when you pick up momentum, everything starts getting out of your way. And then you get closer, and then there's the guards right here. And that's the hard part. But nobody gets that. It's like every obstacle in your way, a lot of them are just illusions. They're not real obstacles. The real ones you'll feel, but a lot of them are just your mind playing tricks on you. Like they're actually not there. I think we get so caught up in worrying what we did wrong. Like, what did I do wrong? This is puzzling. I think we got to focus on what we did right and copy paste that shit. Okay? A lot of time you see fighters coping and saying, what did I do wrong in this fight? When really in between rounds, they could have asked which punch landed. I'm going to do that punch more. And usually that's the antidote. But we're so used to feeling bad about ourselves that our wins, we don't really like dissect wins. We're like, oh, this is a new feeling. I won. I won, so I'm going to drink alcohol till I feel like a loser again and then wonder why I can't win. I won, so I'm going to cope. How do you cope if you won? Why are you coping if you won? If you won, do everything you can to stay in that mental frame. This is what makes up who you are. What you do, who you are around, where you live, which is kind of the same as two. This is the trinity that can show you your reality. You tell me you're from Kentucky, I know where you live, and I know the most you can succeed, and I know who you're around. You tell me what you do in Kentucky, and I've got you figured out, and I know exactly where you're going in life. These are the least asked questions when people self-reflect. Now, I'm so paranoid that I'm around nobody because I think everyone's a fucking retard. It's like, boom. Like, the only person I'll be around is Derek from More Place, More Dates. Like, I listen to him. I'm like, yeah. Everyone else, I don't take what they say serious. I go, this is a fucking retard. I don't care if you have 1 million subs. You just look like a fucking retard to me. Very, very few people I respect. Once you see that this is the devil's troops, your dreams become more magnetic because you go, how the fuck are they over there? And here's the crazy part is this dream of yours already exists in the form world according to Plato. That means it's been stolen in the material world by the king of material, the devil. That means it